Okay. So, who said the opening prayer last time? Okay.
I'll say
I guess I can do the opening prayer, and then Madison can share spiritual thought.
okay.
All right. Our Father in heaven, we thank Thee for this day. Thank Thee for this opportunity we have to meet as a group through Google Hangouts. Thank Thee for technology that helps us do this, and thank Thee for the gospel. We ask Thee that throughout this discussion we may learn from each other and learn from the things that were good about this business and the things that could have been improved. We ask Thee that You may always help us in everything we need, and You may bless our families. We love Thee very much, and we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Okay, hold on. Let me look this up really fast. I have one in mind, I promise. Did I already do this? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, Proverbs 16:24 says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy to the body. Like that's a good quote for me personally to remember because I work in the trucking industry, so I hear a lot of colorful language around my workplace. So when I hear people speaking like that, it just kind of triggers my mind and reminds me to use kind words. Also, I feel like we can gear it towards like gossiping, make sure we're not gossiping about others. So I always try to remember that quote when I hear, like, either hear someone who wants to gossip with me, and I'm like, or when I hear like colorful language around the workplace, I just think of that quote and I remember like we need to try to rise above that and be better people. And say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Stephen.
Okay, so this is a pretty interesting case. So let's just dive right into it. Can someone open it because my Wi-Fi is acting up?
Yeah. So the first question is, what are the possible causes of Progreso's poor sales performance?
There's a lot, but I can name one thing that I saw that was really bad is that if you guys know what the AEs are, they're like the, hold on, in the case it says what they are exactly, but I just wrote AEs. They were really like unmotivated.
Sorry.
The what?
Account executives.
Account executive. Thanks. So the account executives, they're really, because they were going to open a branch, like launch a branch outside of North Cali, and apparently the AEs there were supposed to make 15. Their goal was 15 loans per month. That was like their goal, and they never reached it for some reason. And they said they weren't really. They didn't seem to like. They weren't motivated to reach it either. So I guess they didn't really have a motivation or like a reason to be motivated to reach that goal. So that's the reason why I didn't really succeed in the beginning.
I think there was also a lot of issues with like the language barrier. Like a lot of his managers he would hire didn't speak Spanish, but then he targeted Spanish speaking people.
So bad hiring.
Yeah. So I think he didn't really think it through as well as he should have.
Also, keep going.
Whoa. I was going to say when they were working directly with Sears, and Sears was having them give out the loans as like gift cards to their store. I feel like that was a huge mistake because people aren't going to want to spend all the money that they're being loaned at one store. Like you can't even buy food at Sears. So I feel like that was a big, like maybe I think it said they gave out 80% of the loan as a gift card. Maybe they should have cut that back to like 20%, or along with the loan, just offered a discount at Sears. I don't know. I feel like that was a big mistake on our part as well.
I agree. I feel like when people are getting a loan like that, it's because they're in a pinch, not because they need to buy new shoes.
Yeah, not for Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think they didn't really get the customer's credit history and find out how they were with how they had managed their money in the past. So they just went through like they just looked at what they were earning right now and got referrals and see where they lived, stuff like that. But instead of looking at their history, I speak from personal experience. Like having a credit card is good, but you have to build it up. And if you have bad credit, you shouldn't loan out money to someone who has bad credit.
Or family members.
Yeah.
For real. Okay, next question. What options are available to improve performance?
A lot. Like, I feel like they could take advantage of anything. Like, they should be branching out and having not just be in, like, it was talking about Mexican grocery stores. Like, they should branch out to have, like, maybe their own stores, or even at, like, a superstore, like you said, like a store that has food or something more.
I was also thinking about like just motivating the salespeople, the AEs, because it said somewhere in the case that they only earn $8 an hour, and that's pretty low.
In California.
Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about California, but I'm from DC, and it's pretty low. $8 is not that good. So I think maybe, and then if they like change the way of payment to like a base commission, let's just say for every sale that they have, they earn like an extra $5 more. That would help boost motivation so they can go out and try to sell more, try to get more loans to people. And that would already increase their, like, let's just say like they have make one sale that hour, they already make $13 an hour instead of $8 for the extra $5. So I think that's like a way to motivate the AEs to reach their goal of 15, which is what they're trying to reach every month.
It had their because they did have like the bonuses or whatever, the commission. Like if they sold so many a month, then they got that X amount of dollars per one, which I thought was kind of clever. But maybe, I mean, some of them were like $18, $35. I don't know. Maybe it'd be more encouraging to have a higher number there, or even a different kind of compensation. Maybe not just money. I don't know. That's what we're talking about HR, right?
Also, like a referral system too. Like if they refer other friends or something, they can get like a bonus or something. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's true.
Okay. Which elements of the business model are validated, and why do you think so?
I think the fact that they're like trying to help people that don't have credit or can't get credit, you know, have like an easy stepping stone to gaining credit. Like it talked about how some of the other payday places don't report their numbers to the FICO, but that they did. And so it helped a lot of these lower income families be able to apply for apartments and things like that. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. It didn't talk about if there were any fees involved with that. So I don't know if like paying someone to do all that was worth it, but it's a good way to help people.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I also agree. Okay.
Should I say the end when I'm done? The end.
The end. Okay. How much profit does Progreso earn on a new loan with the current number of loans per month at a grocery store location? How many new loans do they need per location to break even? Oh, math. Okay. How much profit does Progreso earn on a new loan with the current number of loans per month at a grocery store location?
Okay. Do you guys have any answer for that?
I was waiting to see if mine matched yours, so go ahead.
No, I was waiting for Andrea to share her Excel sheet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my Excel won't work right now. It's weird. But I do know it talked about like out of each loan, how much money went into like paying the AEs or whatever they were. I just can't find it right now.
So actually in the prep assignment that we had to do, it gave us like a little example of how we could do it, but I got really confused on what they were trying to do. So
it was like prep assignment.
so I just did like a small Excel table, and my final answer, which is probably wrong, is $1,449.
Oh, I got 1,051, so.
Whoa, we're really close though.
Good job, guys. Proud of you.
But I didn't get the break even, so I have no idea how to get that. So. What did you get for break even, Madison?
75 sales. Is that what you got, Andrea?
That sounds close. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we've got that down. We understand that. Let's move on. Number 4.
That's the one we just did. Number 5. As a group, you must change the current compensation plan to improve the number of loans made per month. You can change the variable amount, the number of loans needed to receive a payout, and or the fixed compensation. Do not waste time trying to figure out a way to break even with a lower number of loans. The board will not go for that.
Do you guys have any ideas? If not, I can share one.
Yeah, go ahead and share yours.
I think that's a great idea.
So you know how I was saying about like the base commission? We could do that for like the new revision for their plan, but maybe we can decrease because their wage is like $8 an hour. Maybe so they don't end up making a loss. We can decrease their wage to $7 an hour, and still have like the $5 extra for every sale that they do. So in the end, it's gonna be like $12. It'll make them work harder and also increase their hourly wage. And you can kind of compare this to the example. I don't know if you guys ever worked at a restaurant, like as a waiter or waitress. But I heard like we learned this in HR actually this week, that they earn like really low for minimum wage, but all they make is from tips. So like the better they perform, like with the customer service they give to people, the more money they end up getting.
Yeah, my brother I worked in a restaurant, but I was a hostess. But my brother worked there also, and he was a waiter, and he made like $2.50 an hour plus tips, but ended up making probably $16, $17 an hour.
See, I think that's a way you can motivate someone to like work harder. In that way, just decrease the pay, but increase the base commission. That's just an idea.
Have you guys ever seen people in kiosks, like they just kind of sit around until somebody comes and talks to them?
Yeah.
There's a ton of downtime. Like there's got to be a way they can be profitable by paying them hourly when they're just sitting there, you know? Like there's got to be something they can have employees do that's extra or encouraging, which, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
like
know the exact solution, but there's got to be something they could implement that would help with that.
Maybe instead of sitting at a kiosk and waiting for people to come, they can just talk to them when they pass by.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how you spread the word.
I hate those people. Well, they're like, "Can I have a second of your time?" You're like, "No." But I feel like one thing that would help them, and I know this kind of sounds stupid, but probably would, is like when a place has like a little bowl that has like candy or something, kids often like want to go like get a piece of candy, and then that's an easy way for them to like attract the attention of the parents and be able to talk to them about like what they have to offer. So like putting something out, or like free sunglasses or something that people will like, it'll catch their eye and they'll want to go grab it, and then you can kind of talk to them.
Kind of like at the fair that they have.
What fair?
Like
the Idaho State
at the fair, how they all have a candy bowl.
Or like free sunglasses, like she said.
Or like career fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the state fair. I was like,
I was totally thinking the state fair.
State fair doesn't have that. Anyways, yeah, like that.
That's actually pretty clever.
I should work for them. Ugh. What am I doing here?
We make so much money from this pasta sauce company.
I was gonna say we could eat so much pasta sauce.
Okay, what else?
Okay, that was good. Good job. All right. Okay, once you have made your changes to the compensation plan, develop a broader action plan to include specific activities. No thanks.
I have an activity that could possibly work.
Sure.
I don't know if it's good. But they have like someone higher up than the AEs, which are the DSMs, which are they're the direct sales managers, which were used to be AEs, but they just moved up after working there for a while and like showing growth. So what they could do is like they could have the DSMs spend like at least one day every week, once a week, in a different location for where the company is located, and just keep an eye on like the AEs and see how they're doing in their day, and just give them advice and and like set personal goals with them so they can improve. I think it's pretty cool. And just from speaking from experience, like when like the boss or whatever comes down and like helps out the little guy, because it makes them seem like they're not like that scary person so powerful. Like we're never gonna reach there. If they come down and actually help the little guy, it makes working even more fun, I guess. And I mean, it's a lot more pressure too because your boss is right there. But I guess he can give you tips and stuff to see how you can improve.
It's also like encouraging to know like, okay, they know what we're doing and they like understand like the struggles that we're having or, whatever.
Yeah.
That's true. I also wondered if they should have like an immediate incentive, like at the end of the day, if you did this, you get 2 movie tickets or, something like that. That way it's like an immediate reward.
Free pasta sauce.
Yeah. Pasta. Or lunch the next day, something like that. Be like, hey, if you do really great today, you'll get something great today instead of having to wait for a paycheck.
Yeah, we'll pay for your lunch, courtesy of Noodles and Company.
Free t-shirts for everyone. Okay. It says, will you manage activities or results?
I think activities.
I think they play off of each other.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. This is the last question. Will you keep your current AEs? Do you expect them to stay with the new compensation plan? And where will you find new AEs if the current ones leave?
I think you have many options. Like when it comes to this, like let's just say we go with this like base commission and like decrease the minimum wage by like $1 or maybe 50 cents. Some people are going to be like, no, heck no, I'm out. And some people are going to be like, oh, but like if I earn $5 more for each sale, it's going to motivate them more to get out and talk to more people. And then about like replacing them, if you're in California, it's not that hard to find someone who speaks English and Spanish, so it won't be really hard to replace an AE.
Good point. I agree.
Me too. I don't know. I feel like that's like a hard niche because you're not going to get, like, you want somebody that's going to stick around for a while, but you also want somebody that's like dedicated and ready to get it done. So I don't know. I feel like
one of the most important things they can do is get people that are bilingual, because that was a huge problem within the company to begin with.
Yeah.
Which seems like it should be a no-brainer, but it's not.
It's true.
They're just not talking to the right people.
Yeah. They could even look for like I know all the summer sales people always come to BYU Idaho. I mean, certain jobs cater to like college kids. So I mean, they could really do that. They could look at community colleges or universities, kids that are semi-educated, but not enough to require a $50,000 paycheck.
Yeah.
So the end.
So is Madison going to summarize for us?
Steven, stress me out so much. I dread the end of these. You know what? I don't think Andrew has done it in a while.
I have. I'm sure I have.
I could have my dog do it. Rosie, come here. Hey. She's ignoring me too. Are you gonna wait for me to? Okay,
I just never know. Do we like each do a little part, or do we just want one person to do it all? I'm always confused.
I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it matters.
All right. Well, I'll start, and when I forget what I'm saying, I'll just stop talking and someone else has to go.
Okay.
Madison. Okay.
Okay. In summary, we discussed this company and the struggles that they had in starting and continuing through out their, I don't know, company lifespan, I guess. They made a lot of mistakes. He had a lot of problems with employees and also with setup and how the company was designed. Also, his contracts with Kmart and Sears weren't designed very well, and so it wasn't very advantageous for him. We also discussed what they would need in terms of to be able to break even, to make money with each loan, and ways to encourage their employees.
We decided that it would be beneficial if they hired new AEs that were bilingual so they could avoid that problem that they were having within their company. And we also decided that there should be instant benefits for employees that excelled at their work. For example, like if they hit a certain quota one day, they would get lunch paid for them the next day, something like that, where it was a quicker payout than waiting for a paycheck. We also discussed the benefits that could come from having the management step in and help out every so often so that they could kind of see what was going on at the kiosks and think of better ways to improve them.
The end.
The end.